Good evening, good evening. What day are we? Tuesday. Helen here. I am ready to put my bag together for my lessons tomorrow, and I thought, why didn't I just video it? Because part of what I'm posting at the moment is all about planning, and there's going to be lots of other posts that's going to be coming up with regards to that. And I thought, okay, so you can see behind the scenes, see what I'm doing. I'm in my garage currently, as you can see. There are all my boxes of all where my themes are categorized that I use multiple times, but I do like to get obviously some new stuff, which are materials, not stuff, it's materials. Anywho, I am carrying on with my theme that I did last time. I did actually have a week off last week because it was my birthday. So I didn't actually do any lessons. So I just wanted to continue the theme from the week before that of the Once Upon a Time. And the Swim Squad members actually get all of these resources, so they are set up ready to go. And there is multiple different activities, as you can see on there, so you can do this lesson on a number of different weeks, so you don't have to just do a flyby 1 week. So if they're really into it, or maybe they're not, so you can move on if you want to, but if you have noticed that they've enjoyed it, I don't know many children that don't like making a potion, so this is perfect for it, because what's happened is there's a story that goes with it if you wish to read it, which I do, so I like to set the scene. As those that know me, I do like reading a story as well. This is a story, like I said, it's all given to the Swim Squad members, so all they need to do is print it off, laminate it, and they are ready to go once they've got the materials together, and it tells you what materials to get as well. But anyway, so there is a little short story that you are literally reading, and you're doing the story as you're going through the lesson. So it is structured in a way, but also not in a way of where you can you're creating this mini adventure, hence the name Mini Water Adventurers, of where you are working your way through it, but in a way that they're not really understanding and knowing that they're doing their skill sets, if that makes any sense. And it means that you don't have to do go down your lesson plans in that sense of one to the next, the next, the next. It just flows so nicely. So basically there is a kingdom of this princess, unfortunately, where this wicked witch has cursed the kingdom, and we need to get all these potion materials, potion ingredients to be able to lift the curse. And then there's a little bit of a magic rhyme at the end to break the curse that they do at the end. So the different potions ingredients are listed. Well, hey, and I was getting them all out, and I don't have all of them because it depends on who's doing this or whether or not they have those as well. I'm just going by what I have, and I sort of recreated some things if I don't have it on this list. So what different things do I have here? Let's start with some gems and jewels. I always love to put things in little containers because it keeps them in a controlled situation so they don't go manic. I'm just going over to my bag here. And then I will use little buckets, little bowls and things like this to be able to then place them in when I'm, as and when they are around the environment. Pool space. So inside here, these are actually all jewelry boxes, and if anyone was on my play lab a good couple of months ago now, I'm just trying to open this at the same time, I go through loads of different materials as to what sort of things that you can use. So inside here, as you can see, is loads of different gems. Highly recommend to do really vibrant colours as opposed to sort of colours like this, just because it's really hard to find if they accidentally drop them. So if you do have those children that love to watch things go down and under the water, it's up to you, but you can have them drop them and things like that, so they can watch them go down. It's a great way of, if children are a little bit unsure about putting their faces down in the water, entices them to look down as they're falling. However, if you are in a pool of where you don't really want to be going down and collecting them, unless you have older swimmers that come in afterwards where they can go down and you can add a game in of finding the jewels, that's a good one if you are not going down to pick them up. There's two ways you can do this. Either you can ask them to hold on really tight, because these are fairy fizz crystals and we don't want to lose them, because of course it's very important for our ingredients for our potion to be able to hold on tight. So they tend to hold on to it in their noodles or what have you, swimming back. And what we have is these little cauldrons. Before, I've used big buckets that they've all collected the ingredients inside, and then they sort of do one big massive area where they come back to. However, some of my children gravitate towards the stairs, or what I call the safe zone, and it's very hard for them to come back out because of course they're engrossed in using these materials and their imagination is on fire at this moment of time because we've obviously set the scene. So it's quite difficult for them to come off. So I put these little cauldrons around the outside again of the pool space, and I've just got four that I'm going to be putting around because it's appropriate for the size that I have. And what they will do with these magic fizzes is that they will go and put them, either you can give a cauldron each depending on how many you have in the group, or between two of them, or what have you have to make that decision. And you can then have them put them in there. Or the other way of doing it, I'm just going to put the lid on there before they fall. Or the other way of doing it is that you can put them in eggs. Now this, of course, is a sensory egg, so this doesn't open up. But you can have the eggs of where they open up, and then you can put the jewels inside. And then it's easier to be able to transport, and then there's less likelihood of them falling down when you have them. But I'm going to use these sensory eggs this week because I haven't used those for a while, and my toddlers really love those. They love the sound, and they sound amazing under the water. So other things that they can go do and get in their cauldrons, you can add in loads of other things like mermaid sparkles, which could be, the sparkly pom-poms that you could do. There's lots of different loose part play, and again, if you've been on my play labs, then I go through different sort of types of play that you can incorporate in your swimming lessons. I'm opening the same one. Come on, Helen. Right, again, I have another little container. Like I said, these are jewelry boxes and they're plastic, and inside here I've got little stars that have little sparkles inside, and they're shut. They can't break those basically. And what else I've got in here is little unicorns. So you could do the same thing as the gems. You could put them inside something if you're worried about them falling down and then losing them, because of course once you've got these little things. Now of course you're not going to use these with the younger ones if you know that they're going to be putting them in their mouths. Please, I've had so many people say I don't want to use loose part play because they're going to be putting it in their face, in their mouths, and there's going to be a choking hazard. Totally understand. I have children, I have a child, and I've been doing this for many years, so I absolutely understand. But then it's using your common sense to actually then put something in it, or have the parents hold on to it if you do want to use these. And it's a great way for them to understand that we just need to use our hands, and we don't need to be putting it anywhere near our mouths. So, again, these could be mermaid sparkles, and you could be using little things like that. And again, I've put them in here, but you can put them out like I've shown you with these little bowls. You can put them out if you want to, but I like the little bit of element of surprise. So other things on my potion list is unicorn tears. And I've got these. I thought, perfect, I have these. These are actually teething toys, and they look like tears, and they're all colourful. I've got different colours here as well, so again they can go and collect those as part of the ingredient potions. If anyone has any questions as I'm talking through this, please ask away, and I can see if anything pops up. Right, anything else down here? So you can use buckets as well. So instead of using cauldrons, if you don't have those, totally get it. But you may have buckets, and they could be individual buckets that can be going around that are their cauldrons. So what do I have in here? So again, part of the ingredients list were water orbs. So they're representing goblin giggle drops or phoenix's fireballs. So you've got these sensory balls that are fires. These come out many times. They could be conkers, they could be all sorts of different things. But also what I have are these sensory little hacky sacks, I think they used to be called. And I've got different ones of those that are in there too. So let me just put that there. Right, other things it says here with regards to sort of character. I don't use bath toys because they have holes in and they get mouldy, and I don't like throwing away anything. Actually just found something mouldy in my bucket earlier and I had to throw them out, and I don't like doing that. So I just tend to use, that's why I use craft foam quite a lot, and I use things like this because I just know that they're not going to get mouldy, and if they do, that it's actually really inexpensive to just throw away, unfortunately. So different characters I've got. Of course I've got dragons. I've again used these for other themes, so I brought that one back out. We're going to do a little bit of a matching game. So there's a dragon egg. I've got different colours of those as well. Will I use all of this? I probably won't, but I have it with me because if I have it to the side, I don't put all of this out. So some of you might be thinking, oh my goodness, there is lots of stuff here. Well, there is potentially, but I don't necessarily put it all out. I will pick and choose what I want to use depending on the day and then how they're feeling. You have to fly by the seat of your pants when you're working with children, as you know. So I just work it out on the day. Right, other things that I have here is goblins and these sort of things. So these guys are actually goblins. And they have goblin noses that they are going to go and find, which are these. They stick great on craft foam, so they will go perfectly as noses. So they can go down and put those on, and you can stick those to the different areas of the pool space for that. What else did I have? Right, I actually got a little froggy here. I've only got one of these. But so that could be just one main character of where they then go and collect these little frogs. So again, I'm just taking it just to see if I use it or not. Right, other things do I have that I wanted to show you is at the end, they're using this star. This is just a, what is this? You know, snap band, and it lights up, whatever they're called. Please help me, someone tell me what it is. And then I've just created a star and I've just stuck it on there or put it through, and then that's going to be what they use to do the little rhyme at the end. Just because I have it doesn't mean to say you need to use it, or you could actually print off a playmat of a princess castle. Again, I think I've put that in with one of the swim squad membership packages on one of the bundles. I'm sure I have, is that I've put a castle of where the princess's castle is, but I have this, so I thought, why not get it out? They might want to build it and then bring all this back, and where the potions are at the end, a little bit of small world play, so I will take that with me. Other things I've got feathers as well, that I've used a bird theme before, so I thought I'd bring out the feathers. I've got these sensory little ribbons as well, so I thought, okay, I'll take those as well. And I think that's it. I do have some toddlers, so I've just got some extra sensory things. I've got this ball here where I've shoved it full of loads of sensory scarves. I've got this ball here where it opens out, it goes big and small, which is great for somebody who's feeling a bit anxious, to help with their breathing. Sensory sprinkles. If they don't want to use their hands, then I've got little nets here. I've got sprinkle toys, and I've got some other sensory things in here as and when for the water confidence station, if they need to have something to go off and just recalibrate and bring themselves back if they're having a little bit of a wobble during the lesson. I always have something there that I know that they enjoy using. Last thing is that I'm testing this float here for Alti Float. And I'm going to use that as the knight's shield. and I'll just have them take it in turns to use that. I don't normally use kickboards, but I'm going to give it a go and see what they think. But it's also great to stick things on and transport anyway. You can add little games anyway to stick them on with floats and things if you do use floats. So anyway, that is what I'm going to do tomorrow. So I'm getting it all out, getting it all prepared. And I thought, why not show you guys what I am doing. Sorry for the state of my garage, but it is what it is. And you can just see how much stuff I have here, and it goes on and on and on. But anywho, if you have any questions with regards to this theme and any other, you'll see some other posts that are going to be coming on with regards to planning of the individual skill sets of the course structure that I use that might help you. If it doesn't, it doesn't. If it does, then great. And yeah, shoot away if you have any questions, and I will see you very soon. Take care. Bye bye.